Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We're joined by our friends from the Heritage Library, Barbara Catenaci and Ahmad Ward from Mitchellville. We're so glad to have you all with us. We have the inaugural event coming up. This is so cool. 4-day event. It's the Historic Holidays on Hilton Head, a weekend of Sea Island traditions. This is awesome. December 6th through the 9th, 4-day affair. So much is going to be happening. Barbara, tell us a little bit about it and this wonderful collaboration of organizations.
Sure. This is a whole group of organizations from all around the island, and we kick off with a seafood dinner at Hudson's. We do a full day out at Coastal Discovery on Saturday, including trolley tours to historic sites. Sunday is all about historic churches and also bike tour at Port Royal. On Monday, we're back at Heritage Library for ancestry research, and we close everything out with the tree lighting in Mitchellville.
That is so fantastic. Now, is it something that you can do piecemeal? I mean, of course, if you do the whole thing, that's going to be like the best experience, but can you do piecemeal if you need to?
Absolutely. Yeah, we want everyone to come and do everything, absolutely, but we also understand that everybody has different things on their plate and in different schedules, but this has something for everyone.
Yeah. How did this come together?
Well, we've been doing these separate events for a while, and then this person had this bright idea. I said, hey, you know what? We should do this together.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, well, it makes sense to do collaborations.
Yeah.
And so we were doing the tree lighting. This will be our 3rd year, and they'll be doing History Day forever.
Okay, History Day.
And so she had this brainstorm, and it just made sense.
Yeah.
And so we all came together to try to pull this together, and I think it's a good way to kick off the holiday season on Hilton Head and get everybody involved in history as well.
And to learn.
Right.
I mean, people love these immersive experiences, and you know, as somebody, I'm not really kind of a newcomer here, I know the Low Country a bit, but there is so much to learn about the history of this place and just what happens here and the conservation, but the history is just so fabulous. What can we expect to learn at Mitchellville?
Well, on Saturday, we'll be talking to people who would have been around in Mitchellville during this time frame. Right? So we have some people that might be reenacting some folks from the past and looking at why Mitchellville is such an important part of Hilton Head's history.
Yeah.
The first self-governed freedmen town in America. And we just carry that on over to Monday with our holiday tree lighting, where you'll hear from people like the Voices of El Shaddai and Marlena Smalls and others. This is going to be a really, really cool event. We light our big oak tree, which is about 250 years old.
What's the significance of the oak tree?
That tree is one of the few trees that was actually there during Mitchellville. So it saw the community, and so we have nicely put some lights around it. We're going to have a couple other surprises there. You know, last year we had some snow that came out of nowhere. So we'll see what happens this year when you come to the park.
And if those branches could talk.
Yes, there's a lot of story to tell there.
Absolutely. And so the church tours, and then there's also the Zion Cemetery that will be visited. So tell us a little bit about the church tours and what to expect at the cemetery.
Sure. So basically on Saturday when we do the historic sites, we'll start out at Zion Cemetery, which is a cemetery that goes back to colonial times. So what you'll find out about is what was it like in colonial times on Hilton Head Island. Zion Cemetery was actually the town center at that time. So you'll have costumed characters and some reenactments and things like that. So you'll get a piece of what it was like in colonial Hilton Head. Then you'll move over to Fort Howell, find out a little bit about what it was like to be a Civil War soldier during the holidays. Some time at Mitchellville, and we close out the tour with Gullah Museum. So we'll get a little, a giant taste of the past and some of the traditions that happened then, but we still carry forward today.
Sure.
And then on Sunday, that piece that for the churches, there'll be a candlelight communion. There'll be there'll be a Christmas story read in the Gullah language.
Oh my gosh.
There'll be some choirs. It's a great time for folks to come out and worship with us.
Absolutely, and celebrate and worship. Now, is it a ticketed event? Is it a one ticket for the whole thing, or is it piecemeal?
You can buy tickets for any and all events, and you can just go to the Heritage Library website and purchase tickets. There's also a lot of free events. So there's a charge for some of the events, but many of the events are actually free.
And which website should we go to for the details on the event? There's so many organizations that are taking part.
Right, so you can basically hit just about everybody's website.
Right. Oh, and it's all going to be, and you get the same message at each one.
Absolutely. You can go to the Mitchellville website, you can go to the Land Trust website, Coastal Discovery website, Heritage Library website,
all gonna be there.
Culture HHI website. It's
So,
all there.
not to miss,
Sure.
Friday through Monday, December 6th through 9th, we have a weekend of Sea Island traditions. This is so fabulous. Thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching Talk of the Town. It's been good to spend some time with you. I'm Carrie Dillon, and we'll see you next time.